All right, out there in YouTube world, we're going to give you a little explanation why we are changing the frame rails out on this 359. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy, but when I pulled the fifth wheel off this, we found all this rust under here, and as you can see through the it is pretty bad. Some spots it's an eighth of an inch deep or more, so that is no bueno, in my opinion. We cannot have a fancy pants numbered classic with that much rust out there, because the plan was we were going to take this front axle and move it back here to the back axle, which would give us a 52-inch stretch, which would turn this truck from 260 inches into 312 inches. And the original plan was to just add frame rail onto the back here in the back, just move everything back, add frame rail back here. Our weld would be underneath the fifth wheel. We could fish plate it under the fifth wheel. It would be the best of the best. Nobody would ever know, and it'd be in the super strong spot. But that would leave all of this rust exposed out in front of the fifth wheel, and we don't want to do that. So that's why I went ahead and bought the 379 frame. We got the last 15 feet of the 379 frame, and the 379 frame has the same suspension, Airleaf, Peterbilt Airleaf, the old school suspension that this truck had straight from the factory. So what that'll do is, instead of adding frame onto the back of this truck, we are going to now, not the best plan, but it's going to work just fine. We're going to cut this frame in between these two cross members right here, in between this cross member and this cross member, right in front of where this front axle used to bolt up, right here. And we're going to add that 1990 frame here, and then we're going to fish plate it from this frame rail, that cross member, to this cross member with a fish plate in the back. And they recommend anything over 300 inches be double framed, but this thing's going to be 312, and I'm not going to be doing any heavy hauling with it, and I just don't think 12 inches is going to make that big a difference. So we're not going to double frame it all the way back. So in the future, if somebody wants to haul heavy with this truck, of course they're probably going to have to insert it inside there, but this is going to be a show-off truck. We're going to run it and make money, but it's not going to, we're going to be babying it around, and I'm going to be the driver, so I'm pretty confident we're not going to break the truck in half. So by doing that, I'll be able to put the whole truck will go back 52 inches, and I'll be able to put my fifth wheel back here on the 379 frame. And now there is some surface rust on the 379 frame, but we're sending it to sandblasting and painting, and we'll be able to put my fifth wheel back on top of it, which will hide all the rust. So we're going to take in, I got some Sheer Bond metal bond, and we're going to have it sandblasted, painted, and then put the Sheer Bond on it, but between the mating surfaces. And it took 36 years for this truck's 36 years old, so it took 36 years for this thing to rust that deep. So I'm thinking, if it takes another 36 years just to get into this condition, well, I'll be all right with that. This truck will be 75 years old then, so we're good. In 75 years, if somebody wants to take it back to pristine condition, then they can put their own frame rails on it and go buy some OEM frame rails or whatever they want to do to it. But I think for what we're going to do, it's going to be just fine. It's just complicated the project a little bit, but that's all right. We got good men on it, and we're going to make it work, because we want this thing to be long and lean, show truck looking, and it's going to be a beauty. So we'll keep you informed and keep you updated as it goes along, and y'all have a good day.